This is an honor and a privilege to be here today with everybody in this room. Tanner Duckery is a school on the move. K through 8, 700 students. Every day we do nothing but learn. It's an honor to have everybody here. This is my year 2 here. I'm Principal David Cohen. Love it here, love this place. Moving on. Students are learning every day. We're quiet, we are calm. The partnerships that we brought in is something I want to talk to you a little bit about, because the school cannot do it without help from everybody else. From Education Works, Temple, Partners in Schools. So many people are helping us do this work every day. The thing about a school is every school has a different need. The need is the community. We all wear the same size shoe. So when you look at a school, you need to figure out what are the needs of that school. So we spend time looking at the needs of every one of the kids here, the people in the community, and figuring out what we can do to bring everybody in. So I'm proud. This is a great day. I'm going to call up to the stage of the podium Council President Darrell Clarke. Students give a round of applause. Council President Darrell Clarke.
Good morning. You guys good? Everybody in here got an A on their last report card, right? Yeah? Somebody shook their head no. You're getting there. It's happening or happen. It's a pleasure to be here today. I'm really excited. As most of you have heard, we had a very good trip last week. I gotta stop. I hate this calling you Mayor Kenney elect. He wants me to call him Jim. Mayor Kenney, myself and a number of other individuals traveled to Cincinnati last Friday. It was a very exciting trip. We have been talking about this community schools model for quite some time, and there's certain variations depending on what your perspective is, but at the end of the day, it's about these young people right here. All right, it's about these young people right here. So the discussion has been about how can we get this done? And today I'm here to tell you, guess what? We already do it, right? We already, the government, the city of Philadelphia provides a host of social services, job training, skills development, healthcare services, and education in one building. One building. But guess where the building is? Riverside, CFCF, House of Corrections, right? You're like maybe scratching your head, what schools are they? Guess what? They're not schools. They're prisons, right? And damn it, you can't tell me that we can deliver those types of services in prison and we can't have these types of services in a school, in a building for these young people, right? You can't tell me that. But now, guess what? Every now and then the stars align. And guess what? The stars have aligned. When you see here today, the mayor, right? The chair of SRC, the head of the Philadelphia Federation of Teachers Union, right? Council people, another SRC member. Everybody's together. The principal, the universities, the corporate community. You're going to hear some good things about that very soon. Everybody's on board for this. So I'm excited, and the mayor and I have a different schedule in terms of rollout. I'm a little crazy. He wants to be a little more practical in terms of how many we can do, but we'll end up somewhere in the middle. The simple reality is, folks, that it's all about priorities. And from our perspective, if we spend the money on the front side, not only for education, but all of the services related to the enhancement of these young people, we will have a much better city of Philadelphia. So I just want to say I'm excited. I want to say how happy I am that everybody's on board with this, and we will move this along as soon as possible. Principal, are you going to be announcing people, or should I just hand it off, the baton off to the next person? All right, thank you. So guys, good to see you all this morning. When I was coming in, I was told by one of the workers that I don't come up here nearly enough, so I'm saying it today on camera. I will be back, and I will be back real soon. All right, so to all of you, thank you so much for your support. Right now, I would like to announce to you and bring up to the podium my good friend of 20-something years, our friend, our guy, Mayor Jim Kenney.
Good morning, everyone. Wonderful. It's wonderful to see you here. I want to thank you for all these wonderful signs welcoming me to your school. I really appreciate all your smiles and all your attention. You're really a great looking bunch of people out there who's got a lot of future ahead of them, good future, and we're going to ensure that we bring the resources to you to make sure that that comes true. Now, I don't know if you've been following a lot of what's going on lately when it comes to like governance issues and what happens between mayors and council and SRC and the like, but I can tell you right now, all of us here are joined together, no egos. Our job is to make your life, the ability to reach your potential in your life, and that's what we're all about. So we went to Cincinnati, we went on a road trip, the council president and myself, we flew out there, and we even had a chance, we were driving home, going back to the airport to come home, and the driver, Cincinnati's almost like Kentucky. It's more like Kentucky than it is Ohio. So we're coming back, and the guy says who's driving the van, we got a shortcut for you. Do you mind if we go on a ferry? I had no idea where we were. We had this big river, the Ohio River right there, and we pull up to this ferry dock, and it's a 6-car ferry. We're driving on a ferry. We're like, oh my God, can you swim? I hope we don't have to. But we got back, and we're committed and consistently committed to providing what you need in your schools every single day. This is a place where you come every day. We have you. You're a captive audience, and we have to take the opportunity to provide those city services to you directly, to enhance those services, and to bring more and more folks onto the team to make this school and every school in our city the best it can possibly be. And we are very much committed to that. And I want to just take a moment to talk about your principal and your teachers, because they love you. They love you. They come to work every day, and they want to do the best job they can do for you. And no matter what you read in the paper or hear on television about teachers, it's wrong. They're committed to your welfare, committed to your success. And I want to give them a hand. And when I had to make a choice on my director of education, the person who was going to take care of the education issues from the city of Philadelphia, I didn't select somebody from a university or academic. I chose a principal, because a principal is on the school grounds every day. His or her feet are in the classroom, on the hallways, in the schoolyard. And Otis Hackney, who's not here today because he's still a principal at South Philadelphia High School, he came in a number of years ago and turned that school around from a dangerous place that nobody wanted to go to a wonderful, loving place where everyone is doing really well there. So we want to make sure that all our schools are like this. And when we went to the Oiler School in Cincinnati, we saw so many things that just shocked us. We walked into the hallway, and there was an eye center, a vision center, where you could get your eyes checked in case you have a problem seeing, and we don't know that you have that problem. They can check your eyes there at least once a year. They had a dentist, 3 chairs of dental services, where kids can make sure that their teeth are healthy, because when your teeth are healthy, your body's healthy. And out in Cincinnati, one of the problems the young people have is they have bad issues with their teeth. So they wanted to make sure that they addressed those problems. So no matter what it is, no matter what the services are, no matter what it is you need, we are all these adults finally committed to working together to make this happen. And we're happy that you're part of it, and we're happy that we're announcing it and rolling this out in this school today. And I thank you for your attention and look forward to working with you closely. Thanks. Who am I doing? Who's coming up? Marjorie? And the next person I'm bringing up was a principal too. And she was in her school every day, just like the principals that we had here and the principal we have in our education division. This is the chairperson of the SRC, a wonderful person and a great partner, Marjorie Neff. So give her a hand.
And just so you know, the gentleman that just joined us over there on the right is Principal Hackney from South Philadelphia High School, who will soon be the Chief Education Officer in January. Good morning, everyone. I'm not going to speak for very long, but I do have some thank yous to make. The first is to Council President Clarke and Mayor-elect Kenney for their partnership in supporting Philadelphia School and their children, and to Mr. Jordan as well in that effort. We know that many of our students face challenges outside of the classroom, which can make academics the least of their concerns. The partnerships that leverage community assets in support of the whole child allows schools to focus more closely on our core work of improving student learning outcomes. We look forward to their work in support of our schools. I'd also like to thank Mr. Cohen and the entire Duckery School community for hosting us this morning, 3 days before the Thanksgiving break. I had the pleasure of touring Duckery School, and I remember some of these faces here, and seeing this fine community in action, and seeing not only the work of the school family, but the extended community of partners in really making this a wonderful place. There has been a change that's happened here at Duckery over the past year and a half that is a testament to the power of a strong leader and a committed school community. So congratulations to the Duckery community for that, and thank you. And I'd like to introduce the president of the Philadelphia Federation of Teachers, who has some words, Mr. Jerry Jordan.
Good morning. I am so delighted to be here this morning to express the support that not only do I have, but the members of the Philadelphia Federation of Teachers have for the strategy of community schools. Using the neighborhood public school as the place to weave in the supports that are available in our community, to put them in the schools in order to invest in Philadelphia's children, is a strategy worth pursuing, because that strategy has proven to combat inequities that exist and to mitigate poverty as well. We, as the adults, must invest in these young people in our city. If Philadelphia is to become even a better city than we already are, we can't do it without doing all that we can to make sure that all of the needs, social and educational needs, medical needs for these children are fulfilled. So we're just so excited to be a part of this, and we look forward to working hard to make sure that this is a success. It's all about these children. Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce someone who's done a remarkable job as the principal of South Philadelphia High School, who is about to embark on a new task, and he is going to be the person to help shepherd this model through the various schools in our city. It's my pleasure to ask Mr. Otis Hackney to come to the podium and to address you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, students. How you doing today? Good. I'm still a principal, so I'm always in principal mode. And I apologize for my tardiness this morning as principal, but I am still running a school. I'm still currently the principal at South Philadelphia High School, but looking forward to the work moving forward come January around community school models. And just to speak briefly to why, Jim, and thank you for having me here, why Jim thought that community school models could work, based on what he was hearing, but also the changes that have come about at South Philadelphia High School. So I've been there for 5 years, and I immediately started pulling resources into the school to support the children and people in the community based on the needs and concerns that I heard from them. I spend a lot of time talking and listening to people and trying to identify, well, what is most important to you? And when you ask people in the community, often they will tell you exactly what they value. And when you listen to them and you provide the resources around their requests, their needs, some things they know, some things they're not even sure of they want until you introduce it to them, you begin to get a sense of change in a school. And so at South Philadelphia High School, and many of you know about the history of South Philly and what was going on before I was there, but we had a graduation rate that was in the 30%, like around 30% or even lower. We have moved it to almost 70% graduation rate. And thank you. And some might say, well, that's still not high enough. But I always say, you always have to measure it from, well, where did you start? And so to put the resources in play at a school like South Philadelphia High School, where even this year when I look at students applying for South Philadelphia High School through the high school admission process, we used to get about 200 maybe. Now we've more than doubled that to this year. We have about 430 requests from students across the city that want to attend the school. And when they get there, what they find out, they like it because they feel supported. I've had students that were asked to leave maybe a different type of academic magnet school, and they get to South Philly and said, we like it here because you help us. You have supports for us. Other schools don't do that the way you do it. And so if we can replicate this model across the city in schools and remember where I started, we got a lot of input. I listened to the community and said, well, what do you want? What do you need? And we built systems and structures around the wants and needs of the community and bringing about change. Are we done at South Philly? No, there's still a lot of work, and it's still a heavy lift to improve the conditions for students at Southern, but it's much better than the way I found it. And so if we put the right resources in place and we have the right political will with Council President Clarke, who it was great to share a day with him, and Mayor-elect Jim Kenney on Friday in Cincinnati, when we can put these resources together because we have the political will to do so, we can really transform schools. Because in the end, we need to make sure that the outcomes for these children right here and other children across the city, they feel the outcome, they feel the impact of these services that many of our children need. But remember, we're still moving the academic needle. Jim picked me for a reason. I'm not here just to put the plan in place. I'll be working closely with Dr. Height, thank you, he's here, to make sure that we're also improving the academic outcomes and opportunities for students. So I look forward to the work, and I thank you this morning for your presence and your attention during my comments. Thank you.
Good morning, boys and girls. It's great to see you all this morning. Thank you for being here, and thank you, Mayor-elect Kenney, Council President Clarke, and everyone in attendance for your support of Philadelphia students and our schools. It goes without saying that we welcome any additional resources that can support the academic achievement and social well-being of all of our students and our families and our communities. Creating partnerships like the one that Mr. Cohen has created here at Duckery makes a difference. Duckery, as you may recall, absorbed many students from the former M.H. Stanton School when it was closed just a few years ago. And since then, there's been a diverse array of providers who have partnered with Duckery, including neighboring institutions such as Temple University and Gideon and Bethune schools, obtaining books and other resources from Treehouse Books, offering socialized recess, summer camps, and the like. These are the types of programs that meet students' holistic needs, help to ensure they arrive at school ready to learn, and provide expanded opportunities for students to learn and experience the world. As we begin to think about conversations about communities, what community schools might look like in Philadelphia, I know that our principals and school communities want to play a critical role in identifying appropriate and helpful partnerships, just like Principal David Cohen here and Principal Otis Hackney did at Southern. It's also important that we amplify community partnerships and student supports in ways that, as Otis indicated a few minutes ago, advance academic achievement. I look forward to working with Kenney administration, with City Council and City Council President Clarke on enhancing resources and supports for all students as we work to ensure great schools close to where children live. So with that, am I supposed to introduce someone? Oh, and now I'm introducing Danita Bates, who is here at Duckery. one of our fabulous parents here.
Good morning, all. I want to thank everyone for coming. President, Councilman Clarke, Mayor Nutter, Mayor Kenney. Sorry for that. You must be on the brain. President, everybody. Sorry, I don't want to name names. I'm sorry, I don't want to name no more names. Okay, I want to thank everyone for coming. I'm Danita Bakes. I'm a parent. I'm the Parent Engagement Coordinator, community activist and organizer. I just want to give a big thanks to all my teachers and staff, parents, volunteers, students, and to show and let everyone know that public education can work. Public schools can work, and we're going to continue to make it work. We need the money. So money, resources to keep our growth of our expectation and expertise that we're doing at Duckery. I want to thank Principal Cohen and the rest of the staff, Dr. Hay, everyone. Thank you, students, for doing a good job being welcoming everyone who's coming in our school today. So thanks for having me, and thanks for coming. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Cynthia Moultrie, the school-based teacher leader here at Duckery, and I just want to share a few glows about Tanner G. Duckery Elementary School. One glow is that we are striving for academic excellence here. And the way we are doing that is by collaborating with our teachers, by having an open door policy where teachers help one another, by reviewing data on a weekly basis. And we think that that will help us in our efforts to achieve academic excellence. Our second glow is that we want to create a safe environment. And when I say safe environment, I'm just not talking about physical, but we want our students to know that their hearts are safe with us, that here we care about them, that here we love them, that here we respect them. And so they can grow up with self-esteem and feeling that, yes, my teachers really did care about my well-being.
Thank you. Thank you. You ever seen anything like this? This room of people, I mean, look at this. This is what this is all about, working together for young people. Let's give them another hand. This is awesome. Also like to acknowledge my good friend, the SRC Commissioner, my good buddy, Ms. Sims, Councilman Greenlee, and a number of other council people would be here, but I forgot to tell them about the event, so it's my problem. We'd just like to open up the questions. I got to tell you, the trip Friday was so exciting. Mr. Hackney and Chris, they were saying, you're going to be impressed. I never get impressed, right? I mean, I'm like, this cool guy, I never get impressed. When they opened those doors and I saw that wing of service delivery, I was like, wow. I said, Jim, can you believe this in a school? So guys, it's awesome. We're going to get it done. Thank you all so much. Thank you.